Hello. Hello, everybody. I know my screen is dead and I'm trying to figure out why. What happened? We have a dark screen. I get it. I don't know why. My screen. Just a minute here. Why do I not have any screen? I, everything looks good. Probably got to refresh. Hang on. Oh, come on. What is going on? There we go. It's being super slow, guys. Everything is slow. It's trying. Hey, there we go. Hello, everybody. Camera didn't want to pull up for whatever reason. All right. All right. Hope everybody's having a good night. Can you hear me? Let me get over to where I want to be so I can be in chat. All right. So I don't know that. Boy, it is choppy, isn't it? D-Man, welcome in. Turn that off. It's not really where I wanted to be, but that's all right. Getting things set up here, guys. Just take a few minutes to get things going. Oh, there's what I'm after. There's what I'm after. I can see everybody's in chat. Woohoo! Smash that like and subscribe button for me. That'd be great. Can you hear me? Anybody? Can you hear me? I think you can. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Oh, don't tell me it went out again. No, it's still going. Oh well, hello Mia, welcome in. Great to have you here. Great to have a bunch of folks in this stream tonight. Um, I know it's choppy. It's probably because I've got way too much going on in it. Julie, Redman, D-Man, Marcy, I know you're under the weather. Cassandra, welcome in. Great to have you here. Great to have everybody here. Got some new faces. Thank you all for smashing that like button. Tammy, welcome in. Great to have everybody here. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm just looking over things, guys. Trying to make sure that the camera, everything's working properly. It looks like it's working properly. Um, I don't know. Cool beans. Okay, so it's on my end. I'm behind. That's why. That's why. All right. All right. Welcome in, everybody. This is Fireside Chat. So if this is your first time in the chat, I'm inside because it's cool outside, but we've had rain and all my firewood got wet, and it just doesn't make for a very good fire. Normally, we'd do this all outside, and we'd have to be in front of a fire, and you'd never see my beautiful face. Um, and so you would be able to hear the crickets and all of that. But we're inside tonight. We are going to talk about um, Hurricane Erin, just a little bit, maybe a lot. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Erin right now. She's still off the East Coast, making her exit stage right. She's going to be headed towards Great Britain here in the next day or so. But right now, she is literally off the coast, the eastern seaboard, um, and where she is just kind of hanging out. She's still a cat too, um, still doing, you know, the water things. But she's doing really good. You can keep track of her down in the lower left hand corner there. Marcy here in the mesoscale. Yeah, let me see what's going on there. Because we've actually caught um, tornadoes on this during these fireside chats. Let me get on my phone here and I'll find out what's going on for you. But anyway, welcome in everybody. Whoops, what is going on? Come on, now. I really remember what phone I'm using. Let me go see what's going on with Marcy because that's a big deal. She's in a mesoscale. That means there's things going on over there that we need to find out. But welcome in everybody if you're new. Welcome to my version of a fireside chat. I do these every now and then when we have big events like hurricanes and tornadoes, and when I can. Basically, what it does is it keeps the stream going. Let me look for see what I can find. Oh, tornado warning. Well, there's a tornado warning in Minnesota. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. I may not have mesoscales. Maybe. Well, if you're in a mesoscale, that means you're getting lots. Apparently, I don't have it. Discussions. Georgia. Arizona. All right. All right. I found it. Heavy rainfall. Okay. Mesoscale discussion for Marcy. Southern Arizona concerning heavy rainfall, flash flooding. I am actually reading this off of WeatherWise. So if you're on WeatherWise, you can pull it up there. Showers and thunderstorms along the Mogollon Rim will drop southwest through this evening, while additional storms develop downstream. Rainfall rates of what up to 1 inch per hour are expected. That would be flash flooding um, down there, which could result in flash flooding. The regional radar mosaic, this often shows that convection has expanded along the Mogollon. I hope I'm saying that right. Uh, rim, and storms are beginning to shift southwest off of the terrain, although storm motions have been generally slow and tied to the terrain features. Thus far, anticyclonic flow around the large ridge of high pressure center near the Four Corners will cause progression of these storms into lower elevations. At the same time, a weak convergence axis noted in the low level wind fields is collected, collocated, never heard of that, with a plume of elevated MU Cape above 1,000. So you got plenty of storm stuff there, is what that is. So far, the storms have been slow to move at slow to move off the train, but this will change at 0 to 6. Mean winds increase 10 to 15 knots from the east northeast. So yeah, you're getting some stuff. That's always good to hear when Arizona gets stuff. Do what? Yeah, I wished we'd get some weather. We need some rain. We've had rain, but really nothing serious. Um, but yeah, 15 spotters there. That's awesome. So yeah, so I was watching these guys chase Hurricane Erin. Um, and I am not sure I have and am able. D man, could you look up? I know they're on their way home. Motley, let me look 'em up. Motley, Motley. I left it in the mod chat. There was a couple of them there. You can look up. Do do do. Let's see. Oh, daggone it. I gotta find them. Good bunch of guys. They're up and comers, chasing. Let me let me see if I can find them. Uh, so one is called Twins Crew WX. Um, they they're he's an up and comer. He hasn't been chasing very much. He's just a brand new streamer, basically. Um, Great guy. I was in his chat a little bit. Um, and then you've got Chaser Jones, Storm Chaser Jones. That's not who I thought. Moderate Motley. Um, these guys are pretty awesome. They've been out on the beach all day, um, just kind of watching and monitoring the beach. Oh, twin, hey, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Great to have you here. Yeah, great to have you out there. I was just talking about you, matter of fact. Um, welcome to the chat. This is Fireside Chat. This is what I do to keep my stream going and my channel kind of going when I'm not chasing storms. Um, this Twins crew, he's the guy that was out there on the beach with moderate Motley. Boy, say that 10 times. He's out there observing, and Davy Jones was out there earlier. He was out early this morning, and so yeah, it's always a good time. It's great to see chasers out there that are local, and great to see new and up and comers like you guys are. Great to have you in the chat. Like I said, this is Fireside Chat. This is open mic, guys. Um, Pretty much primarily keeping an eye on the hurricane there as she speeds off to the north and northeast, way out headed towards Great Britain. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Smash that like and subscribe button for me if you would on your way in or on your way out, whatever. Really does help us out. Great to have all the new people in here. Don't be shy. Jump in the chat. We have guys, we have talked about UFOs. We have talked about you name it. This chat is for you. I'm sitting in my lounge chair in front. So if I get animated, I got to be up here in front of my face a little bit. Um, but yeah, if it's not running right, let me know in chat. Things get kind of crazy for me. Gotta pull up my stream here, see what's going on, making sure that it making sure that it's pretty good. It seems really slow, and I don't know why. I got to get rid of my OBS quit. OBS died, um, and I don't know why. Normally I'd be on OBS. I'm on Streamlabs, which is probably jacking with me right now. Um, it seems very slow. And it's not because I got anything open. Just died. So the video is not great. I can't help that. I could, but I'm not going to. Um, yeah, hurricane party. Yeah, I wish my video is better. I think it has to do with the latency, and I've been having issues. Um, haven't done too many streams. Usually, I'll do them off my phone. If I'm outside, I'll do them off my phone. Who's this sitting behind me? This is my pup. This is Holly. Here, Holly. They want to see you. You're a superstar. So this is Holly, my baby. She's my pillow. Yeah, she's tired. You want back up there? She doesn't look it. She's like, whatever. Yeah, I get all kinds of lovings. Yes, yes. Got to take out time for our fur friends. Yes. Well, she's usually my pillow. Yeah. You know you're live, and yeah, that's why you're doing it, right? Yeah. She's tired. She's had a rough day today. You, I don't know how you've been sleeping. Get up there. Go get up there. Go on. She likes to be she's my pillow. Oh yeah, it's been hot. Guys, we hit 103, was it 2 days ago? It was almost 100 yesterday. It was down in the 80s. It was perfect. Perfection. Yeah, she is half miniature dachshund and half miniature um Pomeranian. Sorry, I get the two messed up. But anyway, this is what we do. We just talk. I feed off of what's going on in chat. You'll see other dogs run around here. I've got a cat that I'm surprised is not in my lap. That's Roper's. But usually I'll have a cat in my lap. I got Holly here. They usually sit and we'll start wrestling around here shortly. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, not in the ear. No. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, look, they're looking at you. No, not the ears. You cannot go in the ears. No. So, yeah. So, what's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Marcy, I know you took a digger the other day. I hope you get to feeling better. First and foremost, hats off because get out of my ear. First and foremost, you're still with us. That's what counts. And how's everybody doing? Where's everybody tuning in from? I know where Marcy is. I know where most of you are from. I know where Twins is from. He's from Virginia. But yeah. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. Yeah. Well, hello. Well, hello. No, I don't know what your deal is, why you're doing this, because you can. You think you're going to get away with it, and you're not. No, I'll put you down. I'll put you down. No, I'll put you on the floor. Yeah, I'll bet it was. Your name's Mike. I remember that. So, everybody, I want you to meet Mike, Twins Crew WX. Great, great streaming today. Um, they've been playing on the beach, watching the tides roll in, and now, but yeah, I bet you found sand that you didn't know you could find sand. Yeah, yeah, you had a pretty. I would say it was a successful day all around. And the funny thing is there was only that I know of. I think there was only one other YouTube live streamer uh, even on, and I'm not even sure they were on very much today because I don't really get on their channel. but I know that there was at least one yesterday. Yeah. Ooh. So, um, yeah, guys, go take a peek at uh, Twins Crew WX. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find his channel. Hang on just a second. I won't be able to do it. Maybe I can. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna share it in the stream. Yeah, I guarantee it. Why are you not letting me go to the visit you? Duh. All right, hang on, guys. I'm going to get his YouTube channel so I can post it. I'll post it in chat real quick. All right, coming in embed. There you go. I just posted his channel. Go in when you get a chance. Don't forget, go give him a like and subscribe. Next time, set them notification bells to all next time he goes live. Um, a big day for him. Big day. Yeah. So pretty much this is what we do. This is what we do on this fireside chat is we just talk. I go off of what's in the chat. You guys feel free. If you have any questions for me, I am a storm chaser here in the state of Arkansas. Um, we chase anything and everything, do all kinds of weird stuff, fun stuff sometimes. Been known to chase clouds. Yeah, it'd be nice. I would I hope we do. We're supposed to. Um, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that 99L that's kind of lurking back there. If it drops any more south, if it gets below the line, pretty well guarantee it's going to come up that straight, and we're going to have us a hurricane somewhere. Um, wouldn't be surprised. Things are supposed to cool down for us, which means when it cools down, it means rain for us. How severe it's going to be? Yeah, it's early. We don't usually start getting rain and bad weather here until September, October, even into November. And then it kind of tapers off a little bit, but we can have storms. We'll have storms year round here, seems like. Um, but we get out and we run around. I did a live stream the other day thinking it was going to be great, and it really wasn't all that much. But it allowed me to get out and do some fun stuff locally and that. Got some really cool things. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Thank you. I was pretty much in all of their streams all day long, uh, kind of checking on them, finding out what they're doing, where they're at. Great bunch of guys. They're in it for the right reasons, and that's to make sure that people are safe, um, and to document what's going on, which is first and foremost. Uh, yeah, no guest appearances for you. So yeah, so for the new folks in here, I do have the ability to have guests on a fire during a fireside chat, which is kind of where I'm trying to lean towards getting chasers, getting anybody who wants to come in and just talk um, for a little bit, um, and get their take on a few things. So I haven't been able to do that because my OBS died, and that's what I had that running on. So I got to figure out what's going on with what's going on with my OBS, because it's never usually this bad. I'm actually running through Streamlabs right now, so I could have the graphics up. Um, oh, nice. That means you're getting some rain finally, Marcy. Means you might be cooling down too. Hey, what you doing? And so, but yeah, we this fireside chat for now is just basically I feed off of what's going on in the chat. Um, whatever you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. Hurricane Erin's just nothing but a big old fish story. She is headed out to sea. Things have changed. What happened here? Let me go back and fix this. Oops, no one. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this? Well, oh well. 74 miles an hour. Well, not, she's still cat too. You know what? That might be why that's doing that. There we go. Let's look better. Get it all centered up in the picture there. There we go. Oh man, no kidding, Mike. If that thing had hit land anywhere up along that coast, and if it had come up, South Carolina, if it had even slammed into South Carolina, upper part of Florida there in the Panhandle, um, yeah, we'd be looking at a lot more than a fish story for sure. Um, everybody said it was gonna do this, so. The hurricane is off the coast of, hang on, I gotta look and see. It's almost literally almost right across from Washington, D.C. right now. Still dealing with a bunch of winds and that. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that motion off. I think that's messing with it quite a bit. So we'll leave it there for now. But yeah, it's off almost right off of Washington, D.C. Oh wow. So yeah, it's pretty much a fish story. But yeah, normally, like I said, normally I don't ever have anything planned. I never have a script. My alarm system works. Somebody walks in the front door and the place goes crazy. Um, but like I said, normally I'm outside in front of a live fire and hear the crickets and the C-130s fly over because I live right near Little Rock Air. I'm 16 miles away from Little Rock Air Force Base. Um, however, with the rain we've had in the last couple of days, I kind of put a damper on the wood situation. That and it's been kind of windy here, so I really haven't, I really don't want to do a fire with the wind because we are sort of still in a not a fire ban, but we're in a very high risk for forest fires, and I really don't want to be the cause of one of those. Um, if you understand what I mean. Um, so what's happening? Huh? And no rain. We haven't had a good measure. I mean, we haven't had a good rain in a couple months. I mean, it rains, drizzles. Yeah, she's a good door alarm. I have total of five dogs and they can get going. and they can be very, very loud. Oh yeah, nice, nice. Thank you for your service, by the way. I meant to tell you that in your stream, but thank you for your service. Appreciate you. And now, but yeah, we've talked, man. We've talked about Sasquatch, UFOs, paranormal. Yeah, we talked about my son there. You'll see him walking by. Um, God, food, of course. Got to talk about food. We've talked about movies. We've talked about music. We just talk about whatever's going on, whatever you guys want to talk about. That I, like I said, I never have a script. I have very seldom do I ever have um anything planned. I planned Hurricane Erin just because it's a big deal. A lot of people are talking about it and have talked about it, and the fear mongers out there are kind of eating their words because they said it was. Hey, sometimes I gotta adult my dogs, and the fear mongers out there said it was going to hit land. It was just going to be like a Cat 9 hurricane, and all hell was going to break loose. And you don't hear too much about them anymore. um, but yeah, that's where it's at. That's where we're at. So pretty quiet. I don't know how long the stream's going to go. Um, it all depends on what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to get into. I never have a lot of folks in my streams actually, so don't feel bad. Ryan, that's enough. That is enough. I'm not bothering you. So, but anything, you got anything for me? Come on. You got to get this chat rolling. Where's everybody? Okay, where's everybody from? Mike, I know where you're from. Where's everybody from? Ryan, please. Where's everybody tuning in from? Hey, there's my wife. For all the new folks, that's my wife. She's my navigator when we're chasing. She gets me into the storms. We've been in some pretty big ones this year. We we were in Diaz when we had the Arkansas tornado outbreak. We were there, a huge part of it. Um, we've been all over the place. I don't know how many's in here. Hey, we got 14 folks in here. Really? Serious. Nice. Not Lake Terror. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. We don't, we're not full-time chasers, guys. Both got full-time jobs. So we chase when we can, as we can. Um, Kind of hard to get time off when you don't have time off. So we uh we get out and we kind of plan it, say, hey, I want this day off or whatever, or I try to because I can. She's not so lucky. Um, but we're part-time chasers. Um, more spotters than chasers, but we chase. We've been on to chase a few storms. Try to keep up with them. And that thing with Arkansas is that it is part. You got to remember we are part of Dixie Alley, and Dixie Alley is very very hard to chase because we get a lot of QLCS storms, and they're very very fast. Um, Especially in February, March, April, May. Any we get a storm up here, and I mean they're clocking 50, 60 plus miles an hour. And they're you can get rolled over pretty darn fast, and you got to be way way out ahead of them. And in order to be way way out ahead of them, you got to almost be in Tennessee or Mississippi, and just kind of wait for them to come in. Um, it's kind of one of those things that Dixie is very very hard to chase because our road systems out here are not the best. Um, well, I kind of know where to go, but a lot of the chasers don't like chasing, especially here in Arkansas, um, just because it's very very difficult to get around, especially when there's storms. You're chasing storms from say Oklahoma City up into the northern part of the state. You really almost have. There's my kitty kitty, yeah, baby. Um, you have to really drop way south or okay, show stealer. No, you backed up. This is stormy, guys. This is stormy. Where are you going? Oh my goodness. You just get no love. Ugh, you just get no love, do you? You want to say hi? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you almost have to drop down almost into Little Rock to get to get uh to get east before you can chase all those storms. Or you got to go up into stay up in Missouri and travel across and get over into that area and then drop back down. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. You go over the Ozarks there in Arkansas. You're not going to have any. You can't stream. The roads are 35 miles an hour, so it's really really hard. Um, and that so yeah, Arkansas is not the easiest to chase. I like it. I like the eastern part of the state. Anything from Jonesboro, Mountain Home, Jonesboro east up north, and anything of east of I-57 um, makes it's a lot easier because it gets open. You get in down by the Mississippi River, and you go south. You can chase, get into Mississippi and that, and it's all open fields. Um, super super simple, super easy to do. Good roads. It's actually better roads in Mississippi than they are here in the state of Arkansas, far as chasing. Um, so I've educated a lot of chasers out there on where to go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do have a Discord um, channel myself. I think everybody has a Discord. If you don't have a Discord channel, you're missing the boat there. Um, but yeah, I have a Discord channel. Um, I do I am monetized, obviously. We do have Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I really don't expect it during a fireside chat. Um, Chasing, yeah, it's a different story. But I don't ever expect it when it does happen. It's kind of a wow. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what we are. We are local, basic local storm chasers. Um, we've hung out with if you know Storm Runner Media, I am a moderator on their stream, and we've met them a couple times. We met DL and Garrett. Um, um, I met Corey Durkin at least once that I know of, that I remember. Met a few other local, state chasers, here and there. Jesse Smith down in Texarkana. We've kind of hooked up, got some good things in the works there. Um, Still working on that one. Haven't heard anything from that. Let's see, any kind of news going on? Not really. It's been hot. We're on the backside of the heat. Um, we were in triple digits last week. We broke 103 2 days ago. Um, yeah, yeah, I know. Like I said, I'll tell them where to go and where to stay away from because, like right now, if you were to get on to I-57, right where I live, for like 15 miles is nothing but um, road construction, and it's not ever. It gets backed up in the afternoon during the week. Weekends not so bad, but it's. I mean, they're widening the road. They're building I-57. All righty, Tammy, no problem. So they're, obviously they're busy and that goes all the way down almost into North Little Rock. Um, so you'll see me in a stream and I'll always say North Little Rock. I never usually don't ever tell my hometown. I do live in Cabot. I'm not, you know, everybody knows Little Rock, 16 miles away to my south, due south. Um, but yeah, somebody said, who is it? I'm looking back up the chat a little bit. Oklahoma City. Nice. Nice. So, like I said, these streams are very casual, very nothing going on. Never really planned. It took me a little bit longer today to get one even set up. I had the thumbnail kind of set up already, but I was on OBS like 5 hours ago and I went to punch it in and get it going and it blew up in my face and I was like, crap. So then I had to go back over to Streamlabs, which is what we're on now. That's why it's so slow. Because Streamlabs is just very, very, very laggy. Um, Thanks, Cap. Um, and Streamlabs is jacking me. So probably next time I'll probably just do it off my phone, which I should have anyways. You just don't get all the overlays and it's just bare bones, which I'm learning that bare bones is not a bad thing. Sometimes. And I'm not. I mean, I'm really debating on just killing the overlays and just for a smoother stream. Sometimes you got to do it, you know. Huh. Sinuses. And yes, just so y'all know, I'll be 62 next month. In case anybody's wondering, we were talking about in one of the other chats, and everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm like I got you all whooped. I'll be 62 on the 12th of September. I still get out and I still chase storms. Um, I don't run as much, but let me tell you, when there's a tornado involved or severe storm, I can run with the best of them. Um, we've been all night. I think our actual longest stream, we hit almost 12 hours. And that was the day we had the you're one to talk, Rich. That was probably the day of the outbreak. Um, we we streamed 11 and a half hours and we got home at 4:30 in the morning and I went to work at 8 o'clock. What? No, we're not going to wrestle in my lap. Quit, you little instigator. Quit. No, you can lay down. Yeah, you can lay down. Yeah, I know you want love. Hey, Rich, you're not far behind me. You're not far behind me. No, come on. I feel like I'm in a petting zoo. Y'all can't see this, but this is what I got going on. This is what I got going on. Yeah. Rich, what are you up to? Besides no good. Besides no good. I know the stream is very laggy. I cannot help it. That has got to be part of um yeah, you're just a pup then. Just a pup. Gotta be the could be the overlays, could be the fire. Oh, all right. Huh? That's all Rich's fault. Yeah, it's all Rich's fault. That's what Tammy said it was your fault, Rich. Oh, Modern Molly raid coming in. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Yay. Well, it's about dang time, Rich. You slacker. Rich and I go way back. We met a few times. He's helped me and I've helped him quite a few. Uh, Getting ready to hit the road. Yeah. Hey, hey, just so you all know, Ghosty. Welcome in, everybody. Just so you know, this is my first raid ever, I think, on the channel. So yeah, it's your fault. Of course it's your fault. It's always your fault. You're always into something. You probably paid them. You probably paid them so you didn't have to go to work. Hey, Sonia, welcome in. Welcome into the fireside chat, y'all. Don't forget to smash that like button. Pitch me a subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 2,000. We are guys. We're like 150 subscribers away from 2,000 right now. That has kind of been my goal uh, by the end of the year. Hey, Dylan, great to have you here. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, let's get this. Hey, we can have us a hurricane party. So, just so you all know, you're new. This is what we do. We chat, we talk, we do wherever chat leads us, that's where we go, and that's what we do. It's very low key. Um, ooh, ouch. All righty, Rich. I'll give that one to you. I know. I understand it. Um, but originally I'd set up the fireside chats was after the some of the big hurricanes that we had last year and big tornado events and a lot of I actually started it for moderators because I'm a moderator and you know like streamers get stressed out and they get um, kind of PTSD type situations and I'll tell you what as a moderator uh, they need the stress relief, and that's what I created this for was more from moderators and anybody that may have been watching a stream that was like shell shocked when a lightning bolt hits real close or you know tornadoes wiped out a town and that and you're seeing it live kind of gives everybody a chance to kind of unwind and kind of debrief and that's why I created this, and it's kind of morphed into more of a chat than anything. And you know, it's open mic. Um, I do have moderators, yes, but they're just kind of in the background. They're just chatting like us. And welcome in everybody. I appreciate everybody being here. Um, you guys are awesome, and that's why we do. And like I said, I am a storm chaser myself, so I understand the pains and the agonies of being up all night running and gunning, and the adrenaline going, and all of that. It's hard on the body. And I remember we were in Motley's stream there earlier, and everybody's saying that, one of his partner Ed, he'd be out in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I was like, nah, you get that adrenaline going, and you're going to be going for about an hour, and then you're just going to crash. So hopefully you guys made it home. Um, that'd be great. Get some rest. You guys had a great run today. Um, Definitely go over and subscribe to them. I will post uh, his in there as well. Give me just a second. 'Cause I gotta find it. And as far as karaoke goes, I am not allowed to sing. Um, uh, Tammy will be smacking on me. But I can hold it. I can carry a tune in a garbage sack. That is for sure. Hey, Dylan. All righty, Rich. Go hook up your wagon. All right. That's moderate Motley's page channel. I wish Dylan would Dylan. I wish Davey would show up. That'd be great. Hey Dylan. Dylan and Dylan. Great to have you all here. Yeah, I kind of knew um that kind of, because I know how it is. I mean, he seemed to be pretty amped up, and both the guys are pretty amped up. What I could see, it's a struggle. um, but when you're chasing, you just do it. You do what you got to do. But great to have everybody in here. Um, Appreciate the support. Ghosty, welcome in. Hang on just a sec. Hey, David, could you do me a favor? Could you get me a cup of coffee? Cup of coffee? Appreciate it. I'm dry. I'm dry. Bone dry. I think I've been talking or something. But yeah. Oh, welcome to Two Step, Mike. Appreciate you. Like I said, we do not, and I've been contemplating a lot of things, but thank you for your two step. I appreciate it. Um, we do not chase full time. And I'm not afraid to say that. We still chase storms, but I haven't had we have not had a true chase um in the last, God, how long has it been, honey, since we've actually been out running around? Month and a half, 2 months, probably 2 months or better. I mean, we just haven't, I did a quick live stream 2 days ago just for giggles. Um, but yeah, we just haven't had we haven't had any storms. I think our literally our last biggest one was um, when I went to Missouri and it was a bust and we got a tornado 10 miles from the house. I think that was actually our last chase, matter of fact. And that was when I said no more models, not looking at models anymore because that really screwed me up, screwed a lot of folks up. That was when we had that EF1 tornado hit 15 miles out of town, and one chaser on it just happened to be there. I ended up going up to Missouri, hell bent for glory and going to catch tornadoes up there. And yeah, there were nothing there by the time we got there. We were in a tornado warned storm and couldn't see the darn thing. It had already lifted by the time we got there and too far to go. But aha. Yeah, I didn't get Ed's uh stream. I didn't catch it. Um I'd throw it up there too. But yeah, so we've been actually live streaming. A lot of you have been in my streams before. I know Sonia has, and I think Dylan has, and now we've actually been streaming for almost it'll be 2 years this next we've been streaming for a year and a half. Um and it's been an uphill battle. It's been a climb. There are days where I just don't want to do it. There's days where I just what's the use? I don't see any growth. And then all of a sudden, here we are. We're almost at 2,000 subs. Um, I've learned a lot myself on how to do it, how to get streams set up, and I'm still learning. Um, trying to get it better. It's not like I'm trying to be like the big guy. Whoops, that was a fail. Come on, baby. Come on, get up here. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. It's the fact that I want the very best for you guys, and when we're out chasing these kind of streams, yeah, I'll probably go back bare bones and just do it off my phone. It's a lot easier to put it on a tripod and go from there. Um, but yeah, there's a lot more in that goes into putting a live stream together than John. I'm not John. My name's Justin. My wife's name's Tammy. Um, let's see. Julie, who's in here? Hey, D man. Um, do me a favor, post the Discord channel and throw it in Discord, and you can go put it in the Discord channel for me. Actually, hang on just a second. You can post it in Discord, and then I'll pop it off over there. Um, we have a fun little feature also in my chat. If you do an exclamation point Sparky, you can actually ask Sparky a question and he will actually give you an answer. However, Sparky tends to have a smart mouth and does not um uh oh, that's fine. That's fine. Um just put it this way, he's liable to tell you something, don't expect the correct answer even if you know it. You're all right, Angela. That's cool. Um, it's not the first time that's ever happened. I've been called a lot worse. Um, and but you can always add it's exclamation point Sparky, and then you ask the question, space a couple times and ask a question and he'll come up with something really fun. Uh, Yeah, there you go. Ghosty knows the drill. See, you just you never know. You never know what Sparky's gonna do. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, we've got that point. Yeah, we've got points. The points really don't do any good. They're nothing. Um, my God, D man, you're climbing the ropes. So yeah, so the thing with the points is they don't do anything. They were something, a little project I was trying to get put together when I first started it, and streaming, and it never went there. It was an epic failure. And when I realized what it took to do it, but I kept the points. So the thing with the points is the longer you stay in chat, the longer you're in the stream, the more points you're going to get. And I think I started everybody out at 10,000 or something like that, or something like, so the more you get, the more you're on here, the more points you can, something fun you guys can do. Um, YouTube's kind of goofy about that thing. Uh, but yeah, that this is what we do. We sit and talk, and I feed off of what's going on in chat, and we go from there. We literally have been up. I think our longest fireside chat went on until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning one night. Um, some of them are pretty intense. Some of them are very chill and that, and we've pretty much talked about everything. I don't know if there's a topic really that we have not covered. Um, I mean, we've talked about paranormal sightings. We've talked about um, Sasquatch, like I said. Fireside chats. I try to do at least two a month if I can. Hey, Kim. Oh, you're not late. You're right on time. Try to do two a month. It just depends on work. I've been on vacation, so this would be my last one for the month. And it really depends on what kind of weather events we're having at the time. Like I said, the big thing is for people to come in after a huge event like Hurricane Erin. Erin didn't hit land, thank God. But if it had hit land, we're talking devastation and it really I wanted a place for people to come, a few days afterward, get their thoughts collected, and we can share stories. Um, kind of a place to decompress, if you will. As a moderator of Storm Runner Media, I know how that stress can really, get to you because there's a lot of moderators actually come in here. Um, and so that's why I designed this, and I'd really like to see it grow. I have the now kind of leaning towards having guest speakers, just sit down and we talk about whatever from um, from paranormal to actual storm chasers, new, get the Motleys, into the chat on their, from their home, and have a a chat and get to know everybody in a way to open up the community. It's a safe place. It's open mic. My moderators are not going to moderate unless they have to. And there have been times where we've had to, but it's low enough key that we really don't get a bunch of trolls in here, but it is a safe place. Um, this is probably, I'd have to look back, probably my 35th, 40th, probably my 40th fireside chat. I call them fireside chats. I couldn't come up with nothing better. Oh, welcome back, Tammy. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's just chill, just very relaxed. There's been times where I have been very adamant. I try not to go on a rant too much unless it's really something that needs to be spoken. I've had prayer. I am a Christian. I do believe in God, and there we've had prayer. We've talked about religion. We've talked about the different kinds of religion, and we've talked about politics. Without getting too crazy into it, you know, keeping it real, you know, and in its context. And then I try to stay away from it sometimes, but there's something out there that I see that's like really bizarre. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, but it just gives everybody a chance to chill out. Sorry, I had to turn off the radar there because I think it was messing me up. I'm not sure. Go back. I can turn that back on maybe. Get it going. Get it going again. See where it's at. See, it's not even takes it forever to load. Gonna be jumpy, squiggly for a little bit. See, it's not even gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it off. Um, she's really not that far. She's actually winding down. She's actually uh, she's almost a cat one, so she's about on her way out the door. But you'll see my pup, little Miss Holly here. Um, little Miss Holly's in my lap, and I've got yeah, no joke. I mean, she's cranking out right now. She's kind of in between cat two and cat one. Kind of really. I think by the time we see by daylight tomorrow, I think she's going to be way, way out there, way, way out there. She's going to pick up some steam. Um, but yeah, you'll see Holly, my pup, and then my cat. Of course, he's got to show up every now and then. Oh, she took off. Um, but yeah, you know, yeah, Kim, you more than likely probably are. However, I will tell you, I would st I would be weather aware, even just on the error side of caution. But I really don't think it's going to be that bad. Um, I think it's going to be more like a low end. It could be, never know. But I would say you're going to be a low end tropical storm or something like that. All righty, Julie, no problem. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Um, but I think by the time it gets over to Britain, over in that area, I think it's going to be it's tropical storm at best, and I think a very weak one. I think she's going to be by the time she gets out over the North Atlantic. I think she's going to run out of steam. She'll just be a windbag. Oh, I bet that felt really good, Marcy. Yeah, I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything. I hope you get feeling better. I hope it heals. Um, I didn't want to say nothing, Marcy, without your permission. um, and I know you wouldn't mind, but not my place. Um, but yeah, we got you gotta pay attention to the ones coming up. We've got that one that's on the heels of Erin. And then you've got the 99L, and I'm watching more for 99L, even though they're saying that one is actually going to kind of do the same thing Erin did, wobble around and get its act together, and then fish storm it out to sea. Um, if the models if she tracks below below the line, um, and she can get into that straight. I ain't saying a word. It's not my to-dos. Um, but if she can get down into the straits there, off of the Yucatan Peninsula and that, we're gonna have issues. Oh yeah, yeah. If they're yeah, boy. So that's kind of the next big storm, and that's another year. We're 2 more weeks out, so in between now and then, um, we might be getting some severe weather. I'm not anticipating a lot this year. Got to keep in mind we're in a neutral phase of El Nino La Nina, going into September, October. And then I think they're saying El Nino or La Nina. I don't remember. Haven't really paid attention to it, but right now we're kind of in that neutral ground. That's why we're not seeing a bunch of hurricanes. And that, even though we have the ingredients in the Gulf of America, um, we're not seeing the push off the coast of Africa there. And so what we're seeing is just it's just what it is. Does it mean that next year is going to be worse? Yeah, I don't know. Um, I'd have to look back at past data, the historical side of things. When we were in the lows, what happened the next year, because it does play a part. Um, I always like to, when I'm looking at things. People all the time ask me, say, "Well, what's it going to be next year?" And I'm like, um, how was it 10 years ago? What happened 10 years ago? What happened 5 years ago? What happened 15, 20 years ago? And you got to go back and you got to look at the past histories, because weather is very, I got to say it right, cyclic, because you'll have your ups and downs, and where those ups and where those ups and downs are, they'll correspond 10, 15 years out, into the past. So you kind of go off of that. If any of you noticed, a lot of folks were saying that this beginning of this year was a lot like 2011. And I'm like, God, I don't remember 2011 being this bad, But you have to go back and look at them. They're very similar. They're not the same, but they're very similar. And so you kind of, it gives you a pattern, because we're all the time looking for some sort of a pattern, um, to go off of it. And so you got to be paying attention to those things. It's the past historical values are plays a very big important part of being able to understand what's going on, next year. Anything past next year, I couldn't tell you what's going to happen. I can't tell you what's going to happen next year. Um, it may be, hell on wheels, and then it might just be a big bust everywhere. I mean, we're going to have our tornadoes, we're going to have our hurricanes, but what it's going to do for the winter time. um, my thought process, and this is just for Arkansas, and really anybody else that's been in this big heat wave. Um, and you can feel free to correct me. I could be very, very wrong, and I hope I really am. But it's been my um, thought process that, and I've learned this, that whenever we have a very, really, really hot summer, usually we have a very, very cold winter. Um, Now I know I'm in the South, so my winters being cold are going to be different than they are, say, in Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan, and where they get a lot of snow. For us, cold, meaning that it's going to be wet, wetter than normal. Um, and mm, and I say it cautiously, because too, I don't want to bring it forth. I don't want to speak it into existence. But if it's wetter and not as cold, and it stays on the warmer side of things, then what's going to happen when it does get cold and it's wet, we're going to have snow, or worse yet, and I'm yet to see one. We're going to have really really bad uh, ice storms, and yeah, it was. I mean, it was bananas, and then it was like somebody just turned everything off. So it kind of makes you wonder, make it really wants to make the fear mongers out there, to speculate what's really going to happen. I don't know. I know I only go off of what I know historically, and I'm a history buff, and I love to pay attention to it. Historically, that is what's happened. Is it gets really cold? It's a cold, wet winter. Um, you know, let's see, we've been in Arkansas since 2018, what, 9 years now, or something like that. God, it's been that long? No, 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever it is. And when we got here, our first Christmas, it was 65 degrees. Saw snow. It's like, wow, they really do get snow here. Um, you know, we had snow last year. If we get any kind of snow here in the state of Arkansas, I will run around locally. I did travel down to Little Rock last year in a car, which that was kind of fun. Um, I try not to go too far because it gets pretty dangerous, especially if we have an ice event here. I ain't going nowhere. The state shuts down, the road shut down, and they will tell you they will get you. State troopers will get you. Um, they tell anybody if you don't need to drive, don't. Safety reason. But if we have an ice storm, I will not be out in it. Um, we get you know. Uh-oh, Marcy, go take some pictures. Go take some pictures. Shoot them to me. I'll put them on the channel. Get into lightning. Um, so what are you doing at Thunders? You go indoors. Or you chase like me and go out and watch them, stand up there and watch them, because that's what I do. I'm the guy that sits out on the front porch going, "Oh wow, that was cool. Oh, that was close." Yeah. Hey, Larissa, welcome in. Great to have you here. Yeah. Tammy goes out and out the front door and watches. It's like, yeah. Everybody's like nuts. Yeah. So, but welcome in, Larissa. Welcome to the Fireside Chat. There you go. That's exactly it. Get your coffee. you know. So you can always tell the weather nerds because they're the ones that are out there going, yeah, that's pretty cool. Crack, you know. But yeah, Tammy and I we've been chasing. We have been almost hit by lightning many times. Hey Kim, Kimmy, welcome in, girl. Yeah. Um, so you can go back. I've got a bunch of clips where we had one that hit so dang close. We were actually chasing a cell about 20, 30 miles away from us. We almost got hit by lightning. I mean, literally was across the road from me. And we've had that happen a couple of times. I've hit I've hit two trees that fell across the road from storms that I couldn't see. The last one I hit, I bounced through it. Missed a ditch by a foot. got on the other side, and we called the chase. We were actually chasing. We were headed north to chase a tornado warned storm that was about 15, 20, 30 miles away from us, and we were beelining and uh, hit this tree. We stopped the chase because there was like nobody there, and we saw headlights up ahead, and you can go back and watch that video, that stream, because that was pretty exciting actually. We actually saved a truck driver's life, a semi driver, because he was coming through, and I mean he would, he was doing 55, 60 miles an hour, and hey, Tammy, thank you for becoming a two-step member. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Um, but Tammy's out there. She grabbed her fluorescent vest and flagging it down. I'm flashing lights, and I had my lights going, and it was like all pandemonium. And I sat and watched the tornado warning storm blow right past me, and I was like, well, oh well. We did our job. We saved the guy's life. Because it would have he would have wrecked. I mean, it would have been bad. The tree itself was about 2 foot in diameter, um, and it was very satisfying. I was still stressed. I kept my stream going and let the chat go, and we are out there trying to get this tree moved. And hey, Todd, welcome in. And we had to. I had to wait for the sheriff to get there, and he brought the DOT. They went and pushed it all the way up. We went, into the stream and went home. You know, and so you know things like that happen. We've got some pretty fun stories. We've sat and watched lightning, you know, crash over top of us and that. Yeah. Hello, Miss Tammy. Welcome into the chat. Look out, everybody. Tammy's in chat. Y'all be good now. um, but yeah, we've caught tornadoes. I we have caught my son and I, my youngest David, who goes chasing with us. He's a spotter. He and I actually on our very first stream caught our first tornado, which was pretty damn cool. Didn't know it at the time. I never saw it. I couldn't call it in, and my camera actually picked it up. Marcy can tell you all about that one. We were chasing a tornado warned storm in East End, Arkansas. Could see it from a distance, but it was quite a ways away from us. We could see it, but we couldn't see it on the stream. Um, in that stream, we were actually able to go and uh, firsthand see the damage down there, and talk to one of the linemen, and that was pretty spectacular. That was my son's actual first time being out, and seeing damage like that, where the wires are right at your head, and you're like, yeah, don't get too close. Of course they're all dead, and that, but it's still an eerie feeling, regardless. Um, and so, you know, we've been there. I mean, we've been around. We've been in several tornado warned storms, some very major ones, chasing and that. So if you're ever in the um, watching us while we're chasing, um, one of the things I will point out, and I'll let everybody know that I am with Arkansas Skywarn Net. Um, it is designed for chasers, and spotters to call in to a central location. The central location has up to the minute information from um, uh, LZK or Little Rock Weather Service. So I get my any information I get firsthand. So you'll hear them all the time going off in that, and so any information, I pretty much can tell what's going on because they'll tell me, yeah, they're about ready to throw a watch out, or they're about to throw a severe thunderstorm warning, or they're about to, tornado warnings inevitable. It's coming. Be on the lookout for it. So it's kind of cool. Matter of fact, PA Storm Trackers was down here. They were actually chasing the same storms we were, and they were more up north. And I hooked them up on our Arkansas Skywarn, and they were actually able to help out, which was kind of cool. So um, when they're active, they'll shut things down, and it's just nothing but emergency traffic only. We were in Diaz when we had the major outbreak. That night we had 17 tornado warnings at the same time. We were in three of them, and I mean surrounded by three tornadoes, uh, EF3, EF4s. Um, hey Jim, welcome in. Very scary situation. You had to kind of pick and choose your where you were going, and pray to God you weren't going to get hit because middle of the night, didn't know where nothing was. And you couldn't see them. You could hear them, but you couldn't see them. We went and toured Diaz right after it got hit by the EF3. Um, and then I was actually talking to another chaser buddy of mine, lives up in Bald Knob, and he was telling me that I won't go into the details, but if you go back into that stream when we going into Diaz there later on after the fact, we were coming back, we decided to go back through and tour it. Um, that place where we saw the barn in that stream. A guy lost 25 head of cattle. Um, so yeah, hey Andy, welcome in, welcome in, Andy. Um, so you see things and and then after you hear the story, it's like, oh wow, yeah, we were there, we saw that, and you know, so without going into all the gory details, but a guy lost 25 head of cattle out of that, and he had to put them down. That's all I'm going to say. But and I'm hearing that 6 months later. So um, very sad. And there are parts up there that we've seen. We've gone up there by accident and got into some of the fields, the debris area, and it's like, man, they're on the hills, literally. One of the big tornadoes that night actually went up a hill, and we saw it coming back from Missouri on our way back down, trying to chase some storms down south, and we couldn't keep up with them because of the roads. But we got into the storm track and that, and it's like, wow, very eye opening. Be able to see it during the daytime, and you can go down into Little Rock, um, and there is still sheet metal um, hanging in the trees. It's like you can't really, you can get it down, but it's just a constant reminder, what's going on in there. And you can see where the houses, there was a couple of houses slab when Little Rock got hit. What's up? You all right? And you know, um, so it's always, ever present. You know where you're at, you know what's going on. Um, Arkansas can have storms any day. They may not be severe, but we can have, anybody can have a storm any day of the week. And they can pop up, especially if you're in the South. They tend to pop up a little more regular um, than normal. Um, I will throw the disclaimer out there to the new folks. I am not a full-time chaser. Um, I have a full-time job, and Tammy has a full-time job, my wife. So we chase when we can. Um, and we manage to get some pretty good ones. Um, Weather has to be on our side. Warm weekend. You guys gonna get warm? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You guys up north, up northwest. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to our world. It's been crazy. Um, you better get it cut. Um, yep, y'all are gonna be chalk. Yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna turn to dust. Jim, I know you will. If you're not used to the weather, the heat, yeah, you guys are gonna get cooked. You're gonna want to wish you were at the beach. Man, I am enjoying. I have literally enjoyed being able to go out. I do have a long sleeve shirt on. I haven't had a long sleeve shirt on in 3 months, guys. It's been 90 plus degrees with a heat index of at least 105 to 115, somewhere in there, with triple digits. So it gets hot, steamy. I usually call it Arkansas down here, especially after it rains. Um, but yeah, as far as hurricane, whatever her name is, out there in the Gulf of wherever, out in the Atlantic, I'm trying to see where she's at and what she's doing because she's not. My radar is not moving very fast. It's really slowed down. Boy, she really hasn't moved a whole lot. Almost, God, did she stall? I'm going to let you guys see this. Still 100 miles an hour. Wow. Yeah, she's not moving very fast. I can tell you that right now. Hey, Larissa. Yeah, Helene. Yeah, yeah, I remember Helene pretty well. We chased it. Helene came up our way a little bit. Oof, yeah, 70 today. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's relative. Sure is, Kim. Yeah, heat is relative. What's hot for you may not be hot for me. Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes. AC? Yeah. Jim, it does, but man, when you walk outside, it's like hitting a brick wall. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. Haven't seen you, girl. Great to have you in here. Great to have so many in here. This is what the chat's supposed to be like, guys. Yeah, I've got chat going. Everybody's getting in on it. Welcome in, Lauren. Great to have you here. But yeah, for those of us that are enjoying the nice weather, the cool temperatures, get out there and mow your lawns because I guarantee you they're 3 or 4 foot tall by now. You'll be baling hay. Um, get all your outside work done now because when this cool ends, it's going to warm back up. Pardon me, and then we're going to start the transition into fall weather, which means rain, May not be severe weather, but it'll be rainy, icky, nasty grossness. Yeah, thank you so much for the 33 likes. This is, yeah, Leslie, it is. Matter of fact, I can tell you right now that there are I can tell where it's gonna hit. If we have any weather to the north of the state and it comes out of Oklahoma City, it usually is west to east. If we get any weather out of the south, all right, now catch this. If it comes out of Dallas, any of the weather that's coming out of Dallas, that weather usually will travel southeast, let's see, southwest to northeast. We get those troughs that like the bowling ball trough. All right. So we have two different uh wind patterns that we follow. Um and it really does. You can tell, like, if Oklahoma City or Oklahoma is getting hit really hard, it'd be from Oklahoma City to us is about 12 hours, 12 to 24 hours. If Dallas gets us, it's about the same. It just depends on how fast they're moving. Um, you know, we I can tell you what's going to happen, because when those systems come through, like say Dallas, for instance, if they come through, I am paying attention to them, because those are usually our big tornado makers. Um, our bigger end tornado, and they're the long trackers. Anything comes out of Oklahoma City, they got to get over the mountains, um, and that, and usually those they got to get over the mountains. So like Mountain Home, they kind of start there, and they actually create the storms that go into Tennessee, Kentucky, in that direction. So, you know, you want to know what's going to happen in Kentucky, pay attention to storms in Oklahoma City, because that's the way they travel. Um, oh, fall weather I love fall. Fall has been my favorite. And growing up in the Pacific Northwest, it was still fun. Um, it was great. Oh, well, hi. Um, yeah, I didn't, when I lived in the North. Oh, no, 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 Roper. That was Roper. Sorry, you cannot get up here. Um, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, up out of Seattle, and we didn't have air conditioning. We very rarely, I mean, we had heat, but we didn't have anything else. So I know what it's all about. I remember the cold, wet winters. Used to go hiking in the Cascades a lot. Know them, Erin. I know the mountains pretty well. I used to go up around Mount Pilchuck and all of that, up out of Marysville, hiked up in there. Hey, that's Ryan. He's hiding. That's Ryan. That's my middle one. And yeah. I'm the one that so job but he can't really talk. Yeah, yeah. Well, what? Nothing. Oh, but I'm sorry the stream is so choppy, guys. Yeah, I see you back there dinking around, hiding. Kids. Can't dress them up, take them nowhere. He's gonna jump scare me. I know what he's gonna do. Or he's gonna dump ice down my back. and better not, forehead. But anyway, I'm sorry that the stream is actually so jerky and jumpy and oh, I said it. It's coming, guys. I'm gonna get mugged. I'm gonna get mugged. Um, but yeah, I think the next time, I think I'm gonna do it off the phone. Be a lot easier. Yeah. No, no, no. I don't care what you do. That ain't gonna work on me right now. I'm getting. Oh God, not in the ear. All right, all right, all right. Come on. No. All right. I'll let you. Wouldn't be a fireside chat without ice down the back. Woo! For Nazis. Yeah, Marcy. Woo! Yeah, you did. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, oh yeah. Gosh, ice. Here, take it. Get it away from me. Ah, ah. Come on, get it. Ick. Ah, that was cold. Ah, what are you doing? What are you doing, Stinker? She's like an angry. Woo, that was no more. Come on, please. No more. Ah, Ryan. I'm not doing it. I was gonna. There's not another piece down there. 89. Yeah, we were still up 89, 90 degrees today. Yeah. She got. We're gonna get through some. Well, yes, Marcy. I have a feeling, Marcy, you instigated that one. No, you did it. I did it to myself. All right, I'll accept that. Yeah, you're the one that survives. Well, it was surprising that I hadn't had that already. Because usually, guys, if I'm outside and it's really hot, I usually end up getting ice down my back, and because I can't see them coming. Hey, remote drifter, welcome in. Wow. All right. Well, welcome in, remote drifter. I'm glad to know that you're going to planet Z1 Alpha Echo 1 million light years away to visit and explore an intelligent life force with the capabilities of harnessing dark matter. You rock. You go for it. Let me know how it works out. Just make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for me. Ah, gee. Hey, boys. You're in a hole, baby. You need to get out of that hole. You'll fall in. Ah, yeah. Hurry back, Sonia. See, now that's what makes this chat so much fun. You just never know what's going to pop up and pop in. And I've got it open for everybody to enjoy. You just can't help it. You just can't help it. Oh, the sock monster. Hey, we found socks. You know, that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Uh, uh, my camera moved. There we go. Hey, Brady, welcome in. Haven't seen you, bud. Been a long time. Been a long time. I know it's been a long time since I've even done a fireside chat. It's been a long time since we've chased anything. Great to have you guys here. Life is. Yep. Nah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Life is a journey. All righty. Thanks for popping in. Have fun at work. I'm on vacation for till tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day. Yeah, right. Copious amounts of coffee, man. Need it sometime. Gotta have a coffee. Hey, Saban, great to have you guys here. I am doing well. I can honestly say that Marcy's not doing so well. Oh, wow. Marcy actually took a digger the other day and landed on her forehead. So she's recovering. What? Pick up phone beside you. Pick up my phone beside me. Oh, phone. Oh, that's a, didn't know that phone was on. Bugs out of here. Yeah, great to have everybody here. I'm reading chat and I'm a slow reader. Sleep? Sleep is overrated. All righty, Kim. Get some rest. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Coffee is the nectar of the gods, I'm telling you. Next to Mountain Dew. It's right up there. Coffee and Mountain Dew are the nectar of the gods, the only two that I can actually handle. I've got my coffee right here, guys. So I will say this in defense. It's not uncommon to go grab your adult beverage or your beverage of choice. Make sure you salute everybody and have a drink. With the rest. I will. I haven't got quite there yet. Salute. Salute. Um, so I have been given permission, and I'm gonna let you guys know. Um, God, how long ago was that? 2 days ago now? Yeah. 2 days ago, one of my neighbors passed away. He was a veteran. Yeah. Tuesday night. It was a long day for us. I actually wanted to do a live stream and if you're on Twitter, I'm also on Twitter, X, whatever you call. You can find me at Justin Ryan. I think that's what I am on there. WXJTTR, something like that, whatever it is. Anyways, I made a comment um, about that and to the effects of something about have you ever just had one of those days where you just can't put words to it or something like that? If you saw that on Twitter, that's what that was all about. Was I was literally sitting in my car without words, looking, staring at Twitter, um, and that. And so, in honor of this man, I mean, he put it. He was in the 82nd Airborne, um, Vietnam, Korea, somewhere in there. Um, saw some stuff. Great guy. So here's a salute to him. Normally, I'd have a shot of whiskey, and I'm yet probably going to have it later. But normally, I have a shot of whiskey for the fallen, as I do all veterans. I salute my veterans. I salute the veterans because they're hanging their lives out and have paid the ultimate price and continue to pay the ultimate price until they are gone, with no support from anybody or very few. So, salute to you, Mike. I know you're a veteran. I know lots of veterans that are storm chasers, and I salute. Yes, whiskey. I have a shot of special whiskey. Um, uh, really, Tammy? Huh? You was he in Vietnam or Korea?
He was in Vietnam. He was a paratrooper in Vietnam.
Okay, he was a paratrooper in Vietnam. So yeah, may have known him. Tammy, get a hold of me on Discord and I'll give you his name. Because if your husband was in the 82nd, her husband was in the 82nd. They might have known each other.
What
Uh,
was I
well, I'm not going to go into that.
don't know.
Um, yeah, yep. Jameson sounds really good. Um, but I have uh, usually when I do a salute for somebody that's fallen or passed away, family member or what have you, it's I can't give the name on it because they don't support me, but it's fifth generation cowboy whiskey. It's sipping whiskey. It's liquor. Good stuff. Um, but yeah. All right. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that, Tammy. And I apologize for that. But um, yeah, he was in the 82nd Airborne in Vietnam, so he saw some stuff.
That's it. We don't know about.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, McAllen. Whew, that sounds good. Actually, I'm not a big drinker guy. I really am not. Only on special occasions. Only on Christmas, New Year's, and memorials. It's pretty much it for me. I can't drink beer. I'm allergic to beer, so got to be whiskey. But anyways, so that's where I've been at. I wanted to do a live stream actually earlier, going before Erin got up too far up the coast, and then Tuesday was kind of a wash. Wednesday really wasn't going to happen, so I decided to do it tonight because tomorrow is my last day of vacation. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. I have absolutely enjoyed it, not so much. I spent my first week um, digging a trench, probably right around 150 to 160 feet from my water meter to my house. Um, took me 7 days with a shovel because of the tree roots um, in the heat and that. And so that's what I did for the first week. I was actually going to do one last week, and I was like, no, no, too tired. Um, and so yeah, so I got my water line put in the ground and got a few little things done. Um, yeah, it wasn't a very typical vacation. It was work. I'd planned on working anyways because guys, we had a lot of damage on our property. I had three trees fall back in April. on took out my well house, crushed my water line, put a hole in my roof, caused a bunch of damage there, which I'm still got to work on. Um, you know, messed up my fence line. So yeah, yes, it's always medicinal. I will tell you, whiskey is medicinal if in proportion. Must be appropriate proportions, not overdoing it. Yeah, it is. It is. It is very crazy. Um, yeah. And so that's what I was dealing with all this whole vacation. Got a few, like I said, a few things done. Biggest thing I wanted to get done was I wanted to accomplish something, and I chose a 160-foot ditch trench, width of a shovel, 14 inches deep. Yeah, got it all done. Started on last Sunday, ended actually last Monday. Monday I finished it up for the most part. But whoa, pressure wash, man! You did you do any slip and sliding when you got done, Jim? Pressure wash. You're not going to paint them, are you? Because if you're going to paint them, I'm going to get all over you. Don't ever pressure wash your deck and go throw some stain on it or anything like that. I had a joke for you guys. It's a God, it was so hilarious. Let me see if I can find it. It's on Twitter or Twitter X. I think I even bookmarked it. Oh, okay. There's okay. I'm going to tell you, my jokes are corny. You know, just so you fair warning. If you don't like corny jokes, plug your ears, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do. So this is perfect for Hurricane Erin because this just really reminds me of Hurricane Erin. So here we go. A monastery is in financial trouble. So it goes. So it goes into the fish and chips business to raise money. One night, a customer knocks on the door. The monk answers. The customer asks, "Are you the fish friar?" "No," he replies, "I'm the chipmunk." There you go. That's the joke for the night, guys. Compliments of Joker's Wild on Twitter X. Uh, Twitter X. Funny, some funny stuff on. I follow. Oh, some of it's yeah, got to get past some of it. Oh, guy, this guy is good. Yeah, dad joke. Got to have my dad jokes. I'm sorry. Oh, another dad joke. Ah, all right. This is for my son. My youngest son is still he just went into the 10th grade. So I'm gonna give you one more dad joke. I don't care. All right, so here we go. It says son. The son is saying this. It says, Dad, there's a small get together at school tomorrow. Father says, small get together? How small? And the son, only me, you, and the principal. I love it. That's funny. Gotta love it. Yeah, gotta love it. That's right. Yeah, that's more like a mom joke because I don't go in there, but it's different. Let's see. All right, guys, I am gonna have to take a small break for just a few minutes. You guys are gonna sit and stare at Miss Holly, I guess. I got to go to the bathroom. Coffee's going through, so I'll be right back. As the alarm goes off, I cannot go out the front door without them. But you guys can stare at the chair. Right back. Yeah, Jim, I wish we could. I don't even know where Stormy's at. He's probably outside enjoying the cool weather. I got puppy with me though. I got a puppy with me. This is Holly. Yeah, there's Holly. Yes, my little baby. Yes, thank you for the kisses. Come on, baby. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I am lagging. My side is lagging. Yeah, I don't Stormy's I don't know, probably outside. Um he's been hanging out there. He likes the nighttime. But
Crazy cat.
yeah, Miss Holly. Yes, my little baby girl. Uh
Oh, he's a crazy cat.
oh, Kim, what did you do? Oh yeah. Streamlabs is not on vacation. Sorry. Sorry, Kim. There's one in every crowd. Shame, shame, shame. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. Oh, Holly just sitting here watching. I don't know what she's doing. She's looking at something. Yeah. But like I said, guys, normally we'd be outside well, you guys would be watching a fire. You wouldn't really be able to see me. So they're kind of fun because then we get to listen for the C-130s that fly overhead at night. They haven't been out tonight. I don't know where they're at, doing something. Yeah. Um, normally we'd be outside with the fire, um, live fire. You could hear the crickets in the background and the bugs and the critters and that. But hope everybody's enjoyed it. I had something. Oh, did anybody see the any part of the meteor shower that happened this last week? It was actually overcast and I couldn't see them. But apparently they were pretty spectacular. A bunch of fireballs actually happened um, last week. Had a couple over Arkansas. I saw. There she goes. But yeah, I think it was the Pearson, something like that. 37 likes. Yay! Give you all selves a round of applause and a pat on the back. Thank you all for your support. Really appreciate it. Um, yeah, everybody hanging out, just chilling. That's all we're doing. Nice. Oh yeah. So if you haven't figured it out, we do have if you do the exclamation Sparky, you can actually ask Sparky a question. Do the exclamation Sparky all in one and ask your question, and Sparky will give you an answer. May not be exactly what you're looking for. He does have sometimes an attitude. I cannot control that. Um, Also, if you've got a really good smart aleck remark, you can go over to the Discord channel and you can find Sparky commands. If you want to see your command from Sparky, I can add it to it. Yeah. And yeah, so that's always there. Um, I put Sparky in just because I have a nickname, you guys, and it's JA. So Sparky,
Brings down. Sparky on Jesus.
Yeah, Sparky's on the cooldown. Um, so Sparky gets a lot of that from me, I think. I'm not sure. I think he's sometimes got a mind of his own. I really, can't control him. If I knew how to get Sparky up to where he was actually, popping in and doing that, I'd do it. But that's a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I have not figured out how to really do it properly. Yeah. So if you're wondering who Sparky really is, Sparky is a squirrel. God, it's been 2 years now. 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I had a squirrel get on my year and a half ago. Uh, a squirrel got onto my um, electric pole and decided to short things out and almost caught my house on fire. Got into it caused an arc in my uh, panel box and almost burnt the house down. It messed up my HVAC system. My HVAC unit got fried and almost got the house on fire. And so we spent a month until we could get it fixed in the middle of winter, very cold. Until we could get it fixed, we stayed in a motel. So a good friend of ours in town, a business, gave me a what kind of toy is that? A plushy um, a squirrel. So I named him Sparky, and Sparky has just been kind of one of our little uh, mascots, if you will. So Sparky plays a big part in things. You'll see sometimes Sparky will show up on the thumbnails. You never know where Sparky's going to end up. A tie baby, yeah, that's what he is. He hangs out in my car, literally. He's in the old grab bar, hangs there. He goes chasing me, and the alarm system goes off again.
Good.
Who is it? Who knows? Um, alarm system works really well. Um, so that's where Sparky comes from. Marcy is definitely Grasshopper. Hey, main dude, welcome in. Great to have you here. If you haven't done so, smash that like and subscribe button for me. Help us to get to 2,000. I know we're really, 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 really close um, to getting that. Matter of fact, woo, hey, we are 35 away from 2,000 subscribers. Way to go!
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a squirrel in my vehicle, and Tammy has a fox. Yeah, Sparky can be very good, or he can be on the weird side. Yeah, appreciate that, main dude. Yeah, so you're obviously new to the channel. We are local storm chasers here in Arkansas. We're out of basically I'm just north of Little Rock, and we're part-time chasers. We both carry full-time jobs, but when we chase pretty good storms. Try to get the word out and all of that. I've got other news. I can tell you. I am now part of um, American Disaster Relief and Awareness. Is a group of people that we are chasers, and we're just waiting for the IRS. I'm waiting for it to actually go live, and when that happens, my streaming capabilities will be exponential tenfold. Up until then, this is what you get. Um, it's not much. So, and when it does actually go live, I will have Jesse Smith, who is a fellow chaser. He's actually got me into this. Um, and I will have him live, and he will we will have a discussion about what that is all about because I will be affiliated with them. Um, yeah, yeah, not you no kidding. You got that right. It's the natural state and natural disasters. We have them. Um, but I will be as soon as all of that gets going. I will be doing a we'll be doing a fireside chat, and he will be a special guest that I have been able to actually figure out how to do. I can have special guests. Hey, Derek, welcome in, buddy. Great to have you here. Um, and so the plan is to go at some point kind of transition. We'll still have the chill vibe, fireside chats, but every now and then we'll have a special guest and it'll still be chill. You'll be able to ask, questions and chat and stuff like that. And, if you ever have a question for me, concerning weather or, um, around your area, don't ever hesitate to give me a jingle. You can get a hold of me. I can let you pretty well know what's going on. If you're, really interested in Arkansas, I can definitely tell you what's going on. I have a direct link to LZK, which is call sign for Little Rock National Weather Service. I get information firsthand. Um, but I can tell you pretty well what's going on. Um, weather-wise, you can always DM me in Discord. I am on Twitter. You can find me. Yeah, and I think it's in my description. Um, somewhere along the line. Thought I had it up on the screen somewhere. But if you want to find me on Twitter, I am Justin RWX. You can follow me there. Um, I post pretty much everything I post is for Arkansas there. You can follow me there. I am on Instagram, which I'm not a I do Instagram. I don't have a lot on there just because I really don't go there a whole lot. I think I've posted 30 some pictures. You can always get on my channel and go look at some of the videos, some of the things that we've done and been a part of. A lot of my content really is not always about weather. We had the big boy train come in last year. I went and did a live stream, of the big boy steam engine. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was okay received, it was fun. It's historical. Um, and that, so it's not all about weather. I actually thought about this year, doing something a little bit different. Um, if we don't get any severe weather, I was going to go out and watch the, huh? Gizmo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was thinking about going down and doing a live stream of the geese because we're in a flight pattern for the waterfowl, um, and we get a lot of them. I mean, thousands of geese and thousands of different ducks and swans and oh man, you name it. So I thought about doing a yeah, yeah. It makes it fun. Um, of course, last weekend I did a live stream. For a memorial. We did a spotter dot memorial for Gizmo, Reed Timmer's pup that passed away 3 weeks ago now, almost a month ago. And I was part of that, which that guys was a huge success, all around. Um, if you know who Rob McBay is, He's a storm chaser, and he put it all together. And I had a designated coordinates that I went to. I drove 2.5 hours, and we streamed it the whole time up there. And I had another um, fellow chaser here in Arkansas meet up with me, and we just hung out, and we did the memorial, and my dot was on the whole time. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and say it, that Spotter Network actually tried to shut it down and couldn't. Um, so um, so that was pretty good. You got to see me tear up and well up. Um, I had a special thing that I had made for that, and I actually couldn't finish it. I had to have my buddy finish it up for me. Um, so you can always go back and take a look at that. Um, but yeah, we're not full-time chasers, but we do chase. Um, we uh, we chase when we can and when money provides. You hear it all the time. Uh, the thing is, guys, and I'm going to tell you because it was actually mentioned today. Um, you know, we're going to be out there chasing no matter what, whether I get you know a donation or not. We're still going to be out there. That's what we do. It's in our blood. It's our DNA. Um, and I will live stream it no matter what. There you go, Jimmers. Here's the here's the Stormy kitty. Yeah, yeah. There's Stormy. Look, look, look. No, oh, you're being a pill. Yeah. Where are you going? That's Stormy. Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, he's actually got a heart, guys. You're not going to be able to see it. I've got a picture of him. I'll show it to you. What are you doing? Look, you're on camera. You just want to play stuff. This cat, I swear to goodness, I cannot walk in the door. And he's up in my lap, up in my face, grooming me. Yeah, I intercepted a Stormy. Oh, and he loves it. He is definitely my cat. Giving me loves all the time. Sometimes too much. Starts chewing on me. He's a good kitty. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree. So let's see. What other kind of fun things? Um, yeah, we pretty much we've covered a lot in the last year and a half. We've come a long ways in the last year and a half. We've only been streaming for the last literally almost almost 2 years. Um, and this is where we're at. We are very, very close, guys, to getting that 2,000 subscribers. That's the goal by the end of the year. I'm not planning on being very fast and very big and all of that. It's just a way of getting information out there when it needs to be, and having a good time on a stream like this. Um, whatever needs to be done, that's what we do. Whoop, whoop. Marcy been a member for 15 months, so actually that's how long we've been streaming, 15 months, because Marcy is my very actual, very, 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 very first moderator. Yeah, it's been longer. She is my first moderator. It's been 2 years, I think, um, that we've been streaming, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little bit longer. I think it's 2 years. Be right at 2 years. But Marcy is my very first moderator, been hanging out with me through thick and thin, and I'm telling you, she's got stories about moderating for me. It's been wild. Um, Huge shout out to Marcy. Yeah, when we got monetized, I'm listening.
Yes.
She was on she was on our first stream, our first big storm,
The
in
when the
Missouri.
Euro tornado hit on 2023.
Yeah, in
You guys
2020.
were you guys were storm chasers before that.
Yeah, we were in Missouri a little bit before. Yeah, a little bit before that. Yeah, kitty kitty. Um, but yeah, she was she was on our very first big storm up in Missouri. Only had one moderator at the time, and man, I'll tell you what, it went crazy. It was fun. So if you're just getting into streaming, you get one good storm and it'll blow up, and you know, sky's the limits. And it really is. I never thought I'd ever get to see where I'm at now. I couldn't see that far ahead. Had big plans and big goals and that, and you know, I'm a firm believer in the little guy. That's why I support all the little guys more than I will support the big guys. Um, I mean, I enjoy, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the bigger watching, in the streams and that. But whenever there's a smaller streamer out there that needs some, might be struggling or something like that, um, I tend to gravitate more towards them because that's what I am. Um, and the interconnectedness that we share, we share the same goals and that. And if your mind's in the right, in the right place, it's always good to help those guys out. You know, um, hey, thank you. But yeah, I mean that's what we are. That's what we do, and we'll continue to do it regardless of where we're at as far as a stream. I'm not, yeah, I'm monetized. I can blow this thing up if I really wanted to, and I'm really not into that. What?
It's 3 years.
Really? 3 years? Okay. Tammy's telling me it's we've been chasing 3 years. That's right. We started chasing right after that.
We started chasing
Got Roper.
for
Yeah.
something.
And but we didn't start streaming for another 6 months, 6 months after that. So yeah. So but we've been going what about 2.5 years?
Now
About
we
well,
started storming.
yeah.
What we had because was our ski was in there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we started chasing. We was up in Cersei, but I wasn't streaming then. Was that?
Yeah.
Wow, those are wow.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Until we get Freddie back. It was right
Uh,
after we got Freddie
yeah,
back.
yeah. Oh, not a problem, Dylan. Not a problem. Not a problem, Dylan. I got you. You're good.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about front page, but um we're some a lot of times YouTube doesn't like me. Um I'll be honest, I very seldom have 30, 40 people on a stream ever when I'm chasing. And a lot of times, and I'm going to tell you, it's the algorithm, even though they say it's not the algorithm. But here's the thing about that: you have your big name chasers, they carry 2/3 of all that's out there. There's only if you go into a stream and you see there's 10,000 people in there, chances are there's probably good solid 8,000 watching, and you've got five of those chasers out there that are carrying right about the same. So do the math. You do the math. Us little guys, we get the crumbs, and so that's why you won't see 30, 40, 50. If you get to 100, if you get to 100 people in your stream, you're lucky. That's why it's very critical. Um, nice, Jim. That's good to hear. That's why it's very important that you support the little guy, because man, they're scraping and scrounging just like I am. Um, yeah, the algorithm sometimes sucks. I don't, the algorithm. I could be out on a stream and chasing, and I won't. You jump in my stream. Anybody that's been watching me chase and stream and that, I can't. I'll be lucky to get 10, 15 people in. So I'm not a very big, everybody knows me because I'm in everybody else's stream, but I can't see. And the thing is I can't go and promote myself on those streams. Sometimes I can sneak it in there every now and I do. I have code words. Um, and just because it's not cool. So, I can't do those guys. And I always ask permission pretty much before I ever say, hey, can I announce something, what I'm doing. And because, it's just ethical. I don't want to step on anybody's toes now, but if you do the math, they're really the overall group of people that are in a stream are not that many, and it's been really struggling lately, even with the bigger guys. I'm not going to mention names, but if you get in and get into their streams, just pay attention to how many's in there, and then jump to another one that's with them or streaming, and see what they've got, and then look at us and go, yeah, you get an understanding of what's going on. Doesn't mean any different that I'm any better or any worse. It's just I'm not I'm not able to go out and run and gun for weeks at a time. I would be broken. I would be homeless. Um, and I've helped a lot of them. I've helped a lot of them grow. You know, and which is cool, which is what we should do. And if my thing is if I can help somebody grow faster than me, hey, more power to them. Let them go. Let them. That's what it's all about. Because I learned things. I've had to learn how to stream. I didn't have anybody take me by the hand and say, "This is how you do it." I've had help along the way, but what you're seeing here, literally, and you can ask my moderators, you can ask Marcy, she will verify. Um, I actually, it took me almost a year to figure out how to get that map on my stream. That's how long it took. Um, it took me a year just to figure out how to use OBS or Streamlabs OBS. And once I started playing around with it, it became, oh, this is super easy. Um, I will more than likely, if you ever see me chase, I will chase with my phone. I have an iPhone that I stream with, and it's bare bones. Baby cow. Yeah. Um, I don't know what all that means, Dylan. Dylan A. uh, Baby cow alert. Um, but so I tend to bare bones my stream, my chasing stream, just because it's easier, it's quicker, and I don't have to leave my computer on and try to do all that, because there's a lot more goes in what you see on their streams. Guys, they have a laptop in the car. They've got all of the Wi-Fi. They got the Starlink. I don't have Starlink. I don't even have a booster. I'm running off of my 5G, and when it runs out, I run out. I usually will run one stream phone. I have a backup phone, my personal phone that I can back up if something happens to the iPhone. Um, and that, so I'm very reliant on. Uh, I will, Marcy. I'm not holding back. Um, but I'm very realistically and very simplistic about it. You know, um, I just like it simple. I'm an old guy. I'm an old man that loves to chase storms. Um, I'll be 62 in September, hanging with the big boys. I like it. Okay, so what Marcy was referring to was she took a digger the other day, and I'm sorry, Marcy, I don't mean to laugh, but she was pulling groceries into her house apparently, and apparently the wagon wheel got stuck on something, and she face planted, and so she's got a big knot, like she got like a third eye, so she's recovering from that. Man, dude, I like your comments. Those are awesome. Um, but anyway, that's what happened to Marcy. Keep her in your prayers. That she recovers from this one. It was kind of shocking to see she's reeling from that. But oh yeah, Tammy. I mean, if you really could see, and I know every now and then they'll show you sort of what's going on in there. Um, Guys, there are thousands and thousands of dollars that that go in. This stuff is not cheap. When they say they have when for instance, I know one that a unicorn. Yeah, she called it a unicorn. She got the unicorn little nub. Um, but the full-time chasers, guys, their monthly bills are in the neighborhood of about 5 grand just to run what they've got. And that's because they're running, just the equipment, you know. That's not including how much it costs for car repairs. We all get excited when they lose a windshield. That's cool, man. They got 4-inch hail bombing them and their cars getting destroyed. But yeah, those windshields are expensive. 700, 800 to $1,000+ a piece, let alone what happens to your car. Starlink goes out, Starlink's $300 just for the dish. On top of that, they have to have a subscription. And I know that's those subscriptions to be able to do what they're doing is 200 a month. Let alone food bill, gas bill can be outrageous. Um, so when you look at the big, you look at what you see on the screen, there's a lot more to it than than just jumping in a car and going, yeah, we're going to go chase a storm. Let's see how many people we can get in our stream. They're very, they pay attention to it. And that's what I say is go and support those guys because those guys are front lines. I'm a frontline guy. When I'm chasing, I'm all in. Um, but it I respect them with the utmost. I mean, I've talked to many of, several of them, and several of them have helped me get to where I'm at right now, to where I could understand it. I was running on my iPhone. I was running through Moblin. It got too expensive. I had to cancel it. You know, I just it was just a bill I couldn't afford. Um, so when you see those guys say, "Hey, thank you," give them some sort of, just being in their chat is support. But if you can financially give them a couple bucks. It really does help. Um, Even the little guys, you know, um, gas wise, you know, it all comes out for the better. Especially if we're out there chasing, big storms here in Arkansas, we're getting the word out. I may have 10 people in. Listen, I we were chasing up in God, was that the night Diaz was going on? Yes, it was. We were chasing some storms when we had our tornado outbreak. I had one person in my stream that I know personally listened to every word that um, I told her exactly where the storms were. I was running and gunning. Um, and a tornado came over her house. Didn't hit her, thank God, but it was close enough, and she got into her safe place. Had another gal that's in the stream quite often, and she thanked me. Yeah, Elaine. Yeah, talking about and we were actually able to, and I just lied. Did I just lose everybody? Are you kidding me? What is going on? And anyway, because of my stream and my ability to, hey Elaine, I was just talking about you, girl. Um, that she was able to get a hold of her grandmother and actually got 16 people into her safe place. Um, so in those streams, I may have only had like 15, 20 people in there. Um, you know, um, to me, that's what it's all about. Elaine, that was exactly who I was referring to earlier. Um, and she'll point blank tell you. She is not afraid to. Um, but yeah. Actually, that is a replica of a 12 gauge of a Browning. That actual that you see over my head there, that is that shotgun is about 8 foot long. It's a pterodactyl shotgun. Um, um, but yeah, it's pretty, and it's all made out of wood, handmade, but it is down. Yeah, man, it's an exact replica of a 12 gauge Browning. It's pretty cool.
It is 20 years old now.
And it's 20 years old, says my wife. Come out of a bar up where did that up in Nebraska? Up in Nebraska. It was her your dad's?
Yeah, it's not as
Yeah, that was Tammy's stepdad. Nice. Nice. Um but yeah. So, no matter really doesn't matter how many how many people I have in chat, as long as the word's getting out there and we're doing our thing. Because regardless if I see a tornado, I'm going to be reporting it. You know, um, I don't. Uh, I'll be honest. We probably have only seen two tornadoes that I know of. I caught one on a stream. The other one we couldn't see. We've been in several tornado warnings, but to me, it's not about catching the tornado as much as it is saving lives and getting the word out there and you know whatever it takes to get that done. Um, you know, and that's the way it should be. The tornado catching the tornado or the vortices or what have you, the rotation. That's a plus byproduct of what you're doing. I mean, you know, we were live streaming coming home from Nebraska this last year, this last May, and we actually got into a we got into some stuff up out of Kansas City, and we ended up place was called God, what was the name of that? Lake City, something like that. And I was live streaming. I was just live streaming the trip home, and I told everybody, I said, if we catch something, we'll catch something. If we're not chasing, we're trying to get home. We're 10 hours away from home, and it's a long drive, and we managed to get into this tornado warned storm with the help of Patrick Pineda. He was giving me a heads up of where to go, and so we got into this meso, they called it a mesocyclone, an MSV. Actually, a very rare happening. We were in right literally in the middle of it. I stayed in the car. Tammy, we were at a Casey's. Tammy was in the store. There was a sheriff deputy there. They were locking the place down because they were, that's what they do. They put them in the basement. And Tammy said, "Nope, I'm going out." She told him, says, "If I die, I'm going to die with my husband." And I ended up writing it out, um, 70, 80 plus mile an hour winds. And I'm very sure that the winds were way higher than that because I was in my little car, and our car, I felt the car lift up at one point. Um, and you can always go back and look at that one. I've got a couple clips out there and a couple shorts on that. You can see exactly what was going on there. Um, but we rode that one out, and the sheriff told everybody. She says, she looked at Tammy because Tammy was watching a stream, and he was watching what I was seeing because they couldn't see because the rain on the glass and that, and I had man, I had some wicked rotation, like go right over top of my head. That storm actually went on to produce a tornado 15 miles away from me, and I couldn't chase it, or trust me, I wanted to, but we had to get home. Um, but because of that, they were actually able to see what was going on. Even though my stream was sucky, I couldn't. I mean, it was raining so bad you couldn't see out the windshield. And so, it's just a matter of being on it and knowing what's going on around you, as long as you're saving lives. And I believe that day we saved lives. I mean, people were able to get in and get to safety in that, and um, it's kind of cool. You never know. Yes, rain wrap tornadoes, unfortunately, are the biggest hit here in Arkansas. Um, you just don't, you can't see them, and especially when they're at night, the worst thing you could ever have. I mean, and I'll be honest. I mean, we have been so very, very close to rain wrap tornadoes, and you just got to be in the right place. Um, and you got to know where you're at. Diaz was a great example of that for us. We were stuck between three tornado warnings, and we stopped, and then we took off. And I was like, I'm going south. I don't care how far. We ended up pulling into Diaz and being able to see that. And we were in its path. It lifted like just before, or right after, or as we were stopping it, it actually lifted about 5 miles away from me, and never saw it. So you just don't want to mess with them. Um, uh, they're scary. It's scary business. You know. And then we went and hook sliced the one up in Jonesboro. That was crazy. That was a long night. but we've been there. We've been there. We've done that. We've seen it, and it's great to have everybody here. Did I say that already? It's awesome. It's awesome. Still got 29 folks in here. It's 11 o'clock at night, my time, almost. Still got 29. This is like the most people we've ever had in a fireside chat, guys. Usually we never get over 15. Um, Glad to have you back, Elaine. I hope you're faring well. I know you've been doing some stuff. Um, and yeah, D-man, you were. And I got to tell y'all something. This actually was a question that came up on Twitter one day. Would you rather have great radar at and it uh, recycling every 10 minutes, or would you rather have worse uh, radar that redoes every 3 minutes? And I was like, you know what? A lot can happen in 10 minutes. I'd rather take the small stuff. At least you got something. And if you're on the ground, you know what's going on already, which is really, that la during Diaz, my radar didn't update for like 10 minutes. I had no clue where that thing was at. I knew it was close, and I was going off of the radar that I had. So, visual and spatial awareness it's very key. Uh, it was very scary because, like I said, if we were in three tornado warnings, and two of them were literally coming right at us as we were cruising south on the freeway. Um,
Yeah, yeah, where they were.
yeah, and we didn't know where they were. Um, so, people say they want to chase storms. I say, okay, be prepared. Be prepared for your heart about to fall out of your chest and you're about ready to check your drawers because it's not a cookies and cream and unicorns and fuzzy, sparkly things. It's very intense. Things happen very fast, and it's not for everybody. Um, I tell everybody that. Um, it's chasers are very breed apart. Um, it gets intense. Adrenaline gets going, and you got to make the right decisions at the right time. And because you're not only does your life depend on, but if you've got somebody else like my wife and my son was actually with us, their lives are way more important than that tornado. And I'm not about to take that chance, getting them lost, you know, and and that. So it's uh, so it's very important. If you're a new chaser, start out small, learn your radar, learn what your radars can do for you. Make sure you get a good radar. Um, there's some good ones out there. There's some bad ones out there. Don't trust the Weather Channel. Don't trust WeatherBug for your radar. Um, get Radar Scope, Radar Mega. WeatherWise is coming up. I'm telling you, WeatherWise between Radar Scope and WeatherWise are going to be probably my two go-tos. Um, Radar Mega is good. I still will use it. That's what's up on the screen right now, but they are very laggy. Um, oh, blowing dust. Hey, you're going to have dust in places you didn't know you could have dust, Marcy. I don't want to know. Um, but I'll support weather-wise tenfold over Radar Omega now. They're very easy. It's free. You don't have to pay for it for the basics. Gives you what you want. I would recommend that you learn it, learn it well, learn what the difference, in uh, what is it, relative radar versus going and look at your velocities, learn what the velocity means on a radar, learn to understand what you're looking for. Uh, Learn the correlation coefficient, learn what to look for on there for the debris balls. Because not every tornado that's going to touch down is going to have a debris ball. Most of them will. Um, and with especially with the weatherwise, man, they've come up with some things now that is absolutely, you know. I was talking to Ty Metalhead, forecaster, was in one of his streams the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I need to almost do a whole nother stream on what's coming up because they're coming up so fast and they're doing things really fast, and it actually is better for your computer. It doesn't lag as much, and they really do get their information just as quickly as anybody else." Um, Sorry, I'm reading chat. Um, yeah, Marcy. Correlation coefficient is one of those things that unless you have a tornado, it really doesn't serve a purpose. I mean, that's what it's about. That's how that's how you find the debris. If it's on the ground, you can actually, bounce back and forth in a split view, um, pane, and you can tell where the like where the hook should be, and if there's a debris ball, you'll see that debris ball slung out ahead. It'll be always ahead of the hook if there's anything being, you know, torn up. Um, but you won't know that unless there's a tornado on the ground. So I recommend that pay attention to the tornado warnings. Go in and play with these radar applications and get to know them because that's how you learn. Um, in that. All righty, Dylan. You have a good one. Thanks for being here and supporting us, and just you being here is perfect. Um, but yeah, even if it's always good, even if you're in somebody's stream and at least you have a knowing or a heads up of what's going on. Even to go as far as saying, "Hey, I'm in my hometown. We're getting hit by a tornado. I know what's going on." You've got a radar. You know how to read it, and you might be the one saving people's lives in your area. That's what it's about. Um, you know, being able to knowledge is power, and the more knowledgeable you are in something especially like this, you're better off. You can't ever have too many spotters, and let me tell you, you're out there, you're out there, and you look out and you see a tornado on the ground, and it's unwarned. Hey, first thing you do, you call 911. You call 911, you give them exactly where you were at and what you're seeing. Let me tell you, they will get it to the National Weather Service. You can call the National Weather Service, but they chances are they're not going to pick up. You always call 911 first and let them know, and they will relay that information. If you can, take a picture. There's some great stuff coming out that I will share probably on another stream. It's not quite official yet. That I'm actually looking at. It's able to it relay pictures and information quicker. Um, Unfortunately, it's on Twitter. Um, all right, Elaine, thanks for popping in. Great to see you. I'm glad you're doing okay. Um, Thank you so much for being a part of this stream and everybody else's. I really appreciate it. Um, but it's quicker for Twitter because social media is the way it's going right now, and what is that noise? Tammy's doing something. Um, but it's able to get that information quicker with a picture and coordinates and stuff, and it actually gives you coordinates. So it's kind of some cool stuff coming up. There's some big things at play. Things in the weather world are going to grow exponentially within the next 5 years. Um, you're going to see some things that are just it's going to blow your mind. Um, and you all are a part of it. What is that noise? I have no idea. It sounds like somebody got a race car behind you. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, everybody hanging out, doing good, chilling, because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Chilling and grilling. Not so much on the grilling side. Um, my app. I want to look something. Fran raisins, yum. 31 subscribers away from 2,000. Or no, 1,900, sorry. We're 131 subscribers away from 2,000. Sweet. We'll get there. That's what I was looking at. We'll get there. So, anyways, guys, anything else? What else you guys want to talk about? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Any questions for me about who I am, what I'm about, or have I pretty much covered it? Talk to your. This is your chat. Whoop it up. Let the fun begin. Yeah, I may have to get up, take a break here in a minute. What was that in the background, honey? What were you doing? Sounded like a race. Oh, was it really a race car? I knew it. Tammy's back there playing with the remote control car. I bet it does, Marcy. I bet it does. But guys, we've been going at this for 3 hours. Who had ever thought you could do a live stream chat for 3 hours? All righty, Tammy. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member now tonight. You're awesome. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Yay, D-Man's officially home from work. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. So, guys, I'm about to take me a little 5-minute break. You're going to sit and stare at the chair. Maybe Stormy might show up. I'm not sure. Oh, Miss Holly is just passed out. Hey, honey, look at Miss Holly. Yeah, she can't hear me. Huh? She had passed out on the top of the other chair. Yeah, until I get up, and then she don't like a freight train. Kind of like all my dogs. I can't move without these dogs. These dogs act like they're asleep. Both eyes are shut. The very minute I put my feet down, they're out the door. The chair. Yeah, I gotta get up and stretch, guys. Um, might get a little loud. Just saying. Just saying. It's all good. All right. Y'all good in chat? No babysitters in here. We're not babysitting tonight. Storm. Yeah, I don't know where the cat's at. I don't know. Might be outside. All right, guys. I got to get up for a minute if I can without. Well, there's one. He's getting ready. All right, guys. I'll see you in about 5 minutes or so. I got to stretch my leggings. Ugh. Stare at the chair. Oh. I'm so proud of you. All right, guys, I'm back. Did you miss? Good night, Ghosty. Stare at the chair. No, I'm back. I'm back. Just takes it a minute. I'm here. I'm here, guys. Oh. Yeah, we've saved possums on a stream, on a fireside chat. We've had escaped convicts. We had to go out and we went on a field trip and watched that. Man, you never know what's going to happen during during a fireside chat, especially when they're outside. So we've done a lot of things here. Man, my stream is lagging so dang bad. I am so sorry, guys. Gosh, darn it. Irritating. Yeah. Huh. Not enough video. I don't know. My bit rates, I've changed my bit rates. It tells me that's what's going on. I don't know. I try not, I shouldn't even look at that stuff. Irritating. Yeah, D man, that was that was something again. That was wild. That was absolutely bonkers. Um, Crazy wild. They did end up catching them, and yeah, they were wanted for murder. Found out. Yeah, that was cool. Putting in an order for a new face. Can you get that on Amazon? Asking for a friend. If you find one, let me know. DM me if you can find a new face for Marcy. Uh, but yeah. All righty, Kim. Hurry back. Hurry back. Yeah, the drones. That night, man, that was nuts. I should put that on as a I should go back and clip some of that and redo that video. Run that video and make that a beginner. You never know what's going to happen during a fireside chat, especially if we're outside with a big fire. We actually had the police down in our neighborhood because the guy actually came in our area and they found him about 3 or 4 or 5 miles down the road, but he came through our neighborhood here. Um, Never saw him. Ryan saw him or saw something. So we had the police down here and all of that. And like I said, you just never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to drop in. Um, and hey, that was quick, Kim. I didn't even know you left. Welcome back. Um. Anyways, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? What do what's happening? What's going on? Other than Marcy's getting dusted on now. She had a big thunderstorm. Now she's getting dust storm. Arizona is wild tonight. It is the wild, wild west. See what's happening over there. Oh yeah, we had oh my God, we had more cops. I have never seen so many cops in my life in one area. Let's see what's going on in Marcy's area. We got no rain. Absolutely no rain. None. Zero. Oh, oh, Marcy. What in the world is going on in your area, girl? God, I totally understand it, Kim. That's what we're here for. Hey, Kim, if you need anybody to talk to or a shoulder, feel free to get a hold of me. You know how to. My goodness, Marcy, you got a lot going on. Special weather statements all over the place. I'm looking at the radar right now. Hey, got a bunch of rain up by Peoria and Glendale to your north. Got a bunch of rain down Mobile and Maricopa coming off the mountains, it looks like. Other than that, man, there is not a lot of weather out there.
Now, if she needs somebody to talk to, call them.
I will. Kim, Tammy says if you need somebody to talk to, you can give her a call. You know how to get a hold of her. Got some storms up by Brookings, South Dakota, just east. Not really a whole lot going on, guys. It's very, 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 very quiet.
Never lock her doors.
Yeah, no, we don't lock our doors. I mean, listen, my thing about locking doors is that if anybody wants in, they're going to get in. And with my dogs, you got a 1 in 5 chance. One of them's going to get you.
Staying with me.
Hey, welcome back, Larissa. Glad your internet's back. Yep, not a whole lot of weather out there, folks. 77. It's clear outside here in Little Rock area. We got no rain. No rain. 91 tomorrow night. Yeah, our neighbors, they don't come near the state. This the county sheriff won't even come in our gate because of the dogs. They're like, yeah, our next chance of rain here in the Little Rock, greater Little Rock area is going to be, looks like next Tuesday. Got a 40% chance. About typical. 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 Ah, hey, wow. They had tornadoes up in extreme northeast. Looks like South Dakota, the southeast. Where in the world is that? Yeah. Okay, up in the up on the Minnesota border. Ah, tornadoes actually observed. Wow. Wow. Really? So they got 5 tornadoes up in that area apparently earlier today. Well, the 21st. What is today? Is the 21st, yeah. No, it's the 21st.
Today's the 22nd.
Uh-uh. Well, in half an hour. Cute. I won't. I know better, I think. So, yeah. Well, guys, well, don't close your eyes. Don't. There's a song about that somewhere. Don't close your eyes. I'm sure I've heard it. Uh, Fainting. Hey, PA, welcome into the chat. Welcome to the Fireside chat. Smash that like and subscribe button for me. That'd be great. We're inching closer to that 2,000 mark. Great to have you here. Yeah, don't close your eyes. That's right. Marcy, that means you need to stay awake. You get the toothpicks out. You're gonna need them. Hey, Julie, long time no see. Just kidding. Of course. The dogs are passed out. Yeah, it's an old song. There, I knew it was there somewhere. I remember the words sort of. Don't close your eyes. Sounds like a Keith Whitley song. Yep, yep. Let's see what is the hurricane doing? She's not moving. Gosh, she's moving slow. Really? Still a cat too, I guess. Wow. Unless this thing hasn't updated, which doesn't surprise me. Um, sorry, guys. Push that button. Push buttons over here. Trying to see what this hurricane's doing. It really doesn't look like it's even moved. Although it does not have a good eye wall. It's starting to break down. The wind fields are starting to collapse on it, which means it's downgrading. It's in the process of downgrading. You can see that. You can see my little arrow. So you got a clear slot here. There's no defined eye in this area if you can see it. Still a cat too, apparently, supposedly. Yeah, I'm playing on the map. Um, Starting to get a lot of outflow uh, coming into New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Boston, up in Maine. You're starting to see that kind of an outer band. Um, Probably very good high winds, probably 40, 50 mile an hour plus winds coming in around the backside. Probably high surf right along that edge there, coming up into here. Um, doesn't look real bad, but you can see it. If I could put this into motion if it actually gets hung up. Yeah, you can sort of see it doing its thing. I'm gonna change this. Bump it up to 50 frames, see what it's gonna do. Might be what it means. So yeah, you can see it's taking sweet time. No, I'm moving very fast. Even at that. Uh, laggy. I think everybody's on it. I'm running this. This is all done on Radar Omega here. Really struggling. Jumpy. But it gives you an idea what's kind of what's going on. Not running very many frames, so you can see what's going on up to that point. So she's still out there lollygagging out in the ocean. Thank you, Julie. Too late. Already did. Uh, yeah, ice heat, alternate about every 30 minutes, maybe. That's what I've always understood. Yeah. Oh my God. For some reason, this isn't showing me the knives. Huh. Yeah, elevated. Tammy said, elevate it, elevate, elevation. All righty, Cassandra. Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and welcome to the channel. Set them notifications to the all position, and you'll never miss another stream that I stream. And if you do that for all of the others as well, helps them out. Are you sure, Marcy? Are you sure? Gosh, I'm gonna be in trouble. Marcy gonna get me. Yeah. Why do I not know where my likes are? That's hilarious.
I hadn't thought of that either.
Oh, let's check top fans out. Marcy's number one, 300. Streamlabs? 300 tied. Yeah, Streamlabs don't count. Great Lakes. Yeah, it's so fun. Who's in here? We got D-Man, Julie, Larissa, Marcy, Cassandra just left. So there ain't that many of us actually in. Yeah, I don't never behave. So you want to know something funny? So I have a way I can actually see who's actually in the stream, you know, and the only way you really do that is through chat. It says we have 22 viewers. If I had 22 viewers, I'd have should have 15 people at least in the chat. So if you're watching this stream and you're not in the chat lurking, you better hightail it into the chat. I can tell. I have eyes everywhere. Oh man. Hey, you can always put Streamlabs in timeout. It's happened before. Yeah, we're about to, we're about to end this thing here pretty soon. Pretty darn close to it. Chad loser. Yeah, it that's what I say is you never know, and this is how streamers know who's in chat or who's actually watching, because if you're not in chat, they don't know who's in there. I can tell you that participant wise, I can look and see, and there's one, two, three, four. I don't count. There's six people actually in chat that are participating. That's participation. There's 22 folks watching. Um, so yeah, it oh no wee woos. We do not do the wee woo thing. Um, hey, you can be, man. Hey, we have timed out Streamlabs before. We have timed out Streamlabs before. It was doing some crazy things here a while back. Matter of fact, one night I had to actually make everybody a moderator to keep them from being timed out. It was hilarious. Hey, Lauren, I know you're in the background. It's great. Oh, I'm getting tired, guys. Been a long day. Got a lot accomplished this last week. Getting tired. Getting tired. Winding down. Day's about over. Hard and feathered. Oh, Marcy, thank you. Thank you so much. So on our Discord, and I absolutely I have forgotten it for the most part. Um, so on Discord, for those that have Discord that are, you go to the channel, there's a place for you to go in, and we have a story started um, where you go and you type in a sentence that pertains to the story. You got to kind of read up, and that you're allowed two sentences, at least one to two sentences, um, and then the next guy comes in, and you're creating a story. So what's going to happen is at about Christmas time, during a fireside chat, I'm going to go back through the Discord and I'm going to read the story. So it's created by you, and you're creating the story. I started this with the mods, and and I think we all kind of got, oh yeah, this is like going nowhere. But yeah, you can go in and be a part of a story that has a theme around a storm chaser. In fact, I'll go read what's going on right now with it if I can find it. It's kind of fun, gives you something to do when you're bored and tired and ain't got nothing better to do. And it is it is under Storm Stories in Discord. It's called Storm Stories Made by You. And we started this back on the 14th of July. Well, no. Yeah, 14th of July. It was unveiled. And I was the last one to post anything on the 11th. So you can go in and be a part of the story. The longer the story, the more on New Year's Eve or whenever we decide to do the end this thing. And then we'll start a new, and then we'll start a new story. So it's over on Discord. If you don't have Discord, you can let one of the moderators know, get a hold of them. You can always DM me, get a hold of me in chat or on Messenger. Just let me know who you are, and we'll uh, get it posted. Very important. Yeah, I totally forgot all about that. Thank you, Marcy. It's what I got moderator for. Keeps me, reminds me. Um, yeah, it's not just kind of something fun. Hey, Lauren, you can get a hold of me. We're on Facebook. You can always get a hold of Marcy if you get Marcy friends. Marcy's friends with everybody. Let her know. Um, it is on Discord though. All righty, Lauren, take care. Get some rest. Yeah, I think we're about ready to end this thing. We've been going at this for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Probably give it another few minutes, in which I will take the time to thank my moderators for not moderating tonight, not having to. We've had a great success. Thank you to Motley and his crew for rating us. Um, thank you. Uh, thank you to everybody else. Thanks for Mike and his channel popping in. New Storm Chaser out there, getting it done. Let's see. I'm looking here. So I got a moderate Motley. He popped in. Twins Crew WX. He was in the chat new. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all of the new members. I don't throw a lot of membership content out just because we really don't have a lot of members. Um, but as it grows, there will be more. Pretty successful night tonight. I mean, hey, we had the most we've ever had in a chat for a long time. Oh, it wouldn't let you? Really? Really? Well, guess what? I, whoops, I'll put him out for a minute. Nah, I'll put him out for 10 seconds. Yeah, I can, it'll show up. I just timed out Streamlabs for like 10 seconds. It's all good. We're about done now. But yeah, pretty successful night tonight. We gained a few new subscribers, which is always great. Great to have some new faces in the chat. Um, it's always good when the chat's rolling. I get kind of tired, and when I get tired, I quit talking. Um, I know the stream is bad. I'm gonna have to ditch the Streamlabs stuff, the OBS stuff. Probably just do bare bones from here on out, just because it's so laggy. Um, I'm not happy about it. I know you can hear me. Um, when things just don't work right, it's not great. So I'll probably be streaming off my phone bare bones, which means I won't have the overlays that you're seeing, which is fine with me. Hopefully we can get an outdoor fireside chat one of these days um, ahead, probably next month. Um, so be on the lookout for another fireside chat, probably sometime at the first weekend. or so of September. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, it's what it is. Um, unless we have some more major events coming up, you know, I'll throw a fireside chat together again so we can all kind of get together. Um, may do some chases. Yeah, maybe Labor Day weekend. Yeah, that'd be about right. Somewhere in there. Um, try to do them. I try to do them more towards the weekend. Friday nights, sometimes Saturday. Just depends on, and I also got to keep in mind when I'm off. My what my schedule's looking like. Um, unless we have some major storms come through, which I'm not seeing right now. Atlantic. Oh yeah, Marcy's got surgery coming up next week. Keep her in your prayers, thoughts. You're right, Larissa. It very well could. I think we're expecting some rain. Not going to be much though. Um, I don't see much here on out into September. Probably about the first, maybe the second week of September, we might see some weather come in, especially here in Arkansas. Usually is about when it picks up September, October, November, usually our wettest. And get into December. We could have storms in December, all the way through January. And then, of course, all hell breaks loose in February, March, and April, May next year. Um, don't really know what's going to happen. But we'll be back. We'll be doing another live stream. I usually don't try to post these because I never know what's really going on until the day of. So keep those notifications set to all. Whenever we go live, you'll know when we go. Uh, Notifications been pretty good lately. Um, Anyways, that is all I've got right now. Anybody else? Anything you got? About 2 minutes. Well, I'll give you 5 more minutes and we're going to shut this thing down. Anything, anybody, anything. If not, I'll shut her down now. Oh, that'd be great, D man. If you do, let me know. Um, if you want to throw a stream up, I'll throw a stream up and watch it. We'll watch it. We'll all get together. There you go, Larissa. That sounds cool. I haven't been to the beach in years. In years. I used to go to the beach all the time when I lived up in the Pacific Northwest. I lived kind of northeast of Seattle growing up, and we used to go to the beach all the time on the Puget Sound there, and used to fly kites in Mukilteo Beach. But safe travels, happy crabbing. It's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I got you, D man. Totally understand it. It'll work out. It'll work out. If it's supposed to work out, it'll work out. This is so weird. Oh, 42 likes. We got up to 42 likes, guys. That's amazing. That's about normal. Got two new members. Sweet. Actually, got more than that. Ooh, 5 hour drive. Yeesh. Huh? Who?
Ronnie.
Oh, well, holler at him. All righty, guys. Have a great night. I'm going to shut this thing down. If you go anywhere, be safe. If you're in a hot area, stay indoors, get under the AC. Um, Not a lot going on weather-wise. Don't expect a bunch of chasers out. in the next week or so. I'm not seeing anything. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Keep your eyes peeled to the sky. Be weather aware at all times, and be on the lookout for another fireside chat. We will see you on the next stream. Take care. God bless. And we will see you later.